What's happening, folks? Welcome back to a freezing Celtic Park. It's full-time reaction to Celtic 2, Dundee United 0. I've got Lee with me again to go over that one. Lee, a good win, I think. 2-0 in the end. We'll start with the first half. Unchanged team until the warm-up, of course, and Kuhn pulls out and Yang comes in. But I actually thought for the majority of the first half, we pinned Dundee United back, played some really good stuff, played at a decent tempo, and went in 1-0 up.
Yeah, I actually really enjoyed the first half. I thought Engels, McGowan, the transitions, the movement, they were in and out, they were swapping places, the wingers at times were coming inside, they were coming down the wings. Just really good. I just thought it deserved maybe a couple more goals, maybe a couple more attempts at goal. But United were just, like you say, they were pinned to the 18-yard box, and I don't think they got out once. So I went in at half-time feeling quite positive about the whole situation, really.
Soon you look at Dundee United's approach, look at stats at half-time, we've had 10 corners to their 0, they've had no shots, no chances, barely up the pitch in the first half. How much of the second half do you think was them changing their game plan and trying to be a bit more adventurous, and us just maybe losing control of the game a wee bit in spells?
A couple of little tweaks, I think, tactically. Middleton went a bit further forward, and I think they were just a bit more aggressive. I think we were a bit passive at times in the second half. Again, it might be down to the amount of games that we've had. There's a lot of pressure to keep that intensity up, but I think we missed. Kuhn was a big miss in the second half, or somebody, if he was on the bench, could have brought on, but when we changed it, we just lost that bit of aggression that we needed to finish off. But nice way to finish, was a fantastic finish from Hatate.
It was a great goal. Come back to that in a minute. Just in terms of Kuhn coming out the team, that's something I talked about in the build-up. There is a drop-off. He's been such a big player for us. His numbers are through the roof this season. But that is an area for us where we really maybe need to look at it, isn't it? Because you think about the number of games Maeda played. We just talked before we come on there about Maeda towards the end. He looks tired. I know Palmer comes on and he's involved in the build-up to the second goal, but I think the drop-off for the first choice wide players to the replacements is stark in it.
I think when the subs come on and it is different, like Palmer and things like that, who don't know how to kick the ball, you do lose that bit of probably intensity and shape a little bit. And I noticed it on Sunday as well when Hatate came in. So I'm just hoping that in the next couple of weeks we're going to see some maybe bit of quality come in at the wide. I think we really needed it anyway. But we've got Ross County on Saturday, another quick turnaround, and then another quick turnaround Tuesday, all leading to Europe. So you want to be in your best form. Hopefully the injury is, well, there's rumours of a calf, maybe a tight calf, so it's just precautionary, but I'd like to see us do some business now and bring someone in, because we need it, I think.
Absolutely. I hope that it's just precautionary. Obviously, it's Kuhn's the one player you don't want to risk in it. If he's tight in any way, just let him sit out. Dundee United, I thought, had spells in the second half. The flurry corners at the start of the second half, some long throws as well. They bring Dolby on, the big physical threat. Centre half's coming up as well. Thought we dealt relatively well whatever they had to throw at us, but again, I think we could have just had a bit better control at the spells in the second half.
Yeah, I think when the long ball started coming in and the pressure came up a little bit, they did look a bit nervy. Not so much at the backs, they were defending quite strongly, but the midfield kind of lost its shape a little bit. So I think that affected getting the ball out to the wings, and then sometimes we were coming back. This is where we were coming back a little bit, but again, I don't want to be too harsh, because we've had a lot of games. It's been a really difficult Christmas period and the intensity of the game, so I'll take it. And we had a bit of quality, as I say, just at the end, just to kind of get that game sorted, because first, maybe the 5 minutes to go with injury time, you could be a bit more nervous and long balls, but United really, I've not seen them play this season in person, first time, very physical, very massive, up front they had a lot of strength, so Dalby looks a player as well, so it was a good win in the end, I think.
Good win then. We really need that second goal, as you said. Comes out to Palmer, and the left hand side he actually puts in decent ball with outside his right foot, but it comes down, it's cut back, and I think it's Maeda that cuts it back, and Bernardo, you're just looking for somebody to hit it. Bernardo shows good intelligence actually, just to dummy it, and then Hatate's a great finish, his left foot.
It was beautiful. I seen it close up on the replay, and the dummy, Bernardo can see it, and he knew who was behind him, so I think he was good when he came on actually. He gave us a bit of energy back in the game.
He did.
My biggest thing today, probably in the second half, first half, we talked about it on Sunday, the striker situation. Kyogo came on, he had a couple of touches offhand. I know it's difficult when you come on in a cold weather game. Ida again for me just didn't do enough, bouncing off him. He was running, he was trying to get into the areas that we wanted him, but I just think, again, difficult with a back five, but I think that's something we need to look at as well.
It's strange, isn't it, with the strikers, because obviously we've seen both of them go through, Kyogo more so than Ida, obviously he's been here much longer, going through really brilliant spells of form, prolific. This season it's just not happening for either of them. How much do you put that down to them personally, and a wee bit maybe about the style. I know Rodgers' systems are always heavily reliant on the wide players, and obviously we've had great input for Kuhn and Maeda this season. Where do you stand on that?
I think today in the second half there was it was kind of a lot of side to side, and I know that Rodgers likes that. He talked about it, bringing the ball back, starting again. There was a lot of runs from Keogh when he came on. We're not finding him. I think that's where his frustration was when Rodgers first came back. Ida, I don't know. I think maybe as well we've had 3 home games, we've had 3 teams who've sat in. It's difficult to find that space when it's all been 5 at the back. A lot of times in the first half it was the full 11. So I get it, but I just think one of them needs a goal, and a big goal. So it could be the European game, but I think you either have to stick with one of them now. Personally, I had a think about it after Sunday. I'll go with Kyogo. I think he's a big time player, big game player, so I think he might start on Saturday.
It's really, they've been just chopping and changing, haven't they? So it'd be nice to get maybe a wee bit of consistency. I know the manager's been rotating a lot. Unchanged side tonight until Kuhn came out, which it was unusual. I expected him to make maybe 3 or 4 changes again, but he didn't. Quick turnaround to Saturday. Up in the Highlands, you'd expect maybe some changes again. And as you say, it's just about taking these games off and building towards that young boys game, innit?
Yeah, it's not beat about the bush, as Rodgers said. We've got these 2 get out of the way, and then it's all eyes on Europe. And I think that's hoping we'll maybe be able to get a couple of names in the door, and maybe there'll be a couple going out. Difficult for likes of Palma and that to come on, but you know he did try, and it was a good ball into the box. But if you're not getting the starts and you're not getting the time in the bank, it's just game after game after game. He said it in the pre-match that he didn't want to keep the same team for a quick turnaround. Sometimes you get that continuity. So it was good, and as I say, the first half was probably one of the most impressive in terms of pinning a team in. So I just think we just need to try and get through these next 2 games, and then the weeks will settle down a little bit, hopefully.
Aye, absolutely. Thinking about man of the match, probably a tough one in a game like that tonight. No clear and obvious winners for me. Engels gets it again. I don't know if he's paying somebody to daff about to give him the sponsor man of the match. I think that's 3 in a row, but his set piece delivery again was brilliant, I thought, and he was bright in the first half as well. I thought McCowan was really bright. We even saw him look out to the right hand side just before he came off as well. Any standouts for you?
It was probably Engels, and he went off a little bit earlier. If he'd kept on, I thought Carter Vickers was good tonight. I know we don't have a lot to do, but he marshalled everything quite well. I'd probably just give it to Engels.
See the thing with Engels, I think sometimes for open play when he gets in shooting positions he looks a bit hesitant to take it on. He looks to always be looking for the next pass, and I think he had a couple of good shooting opportunities tonight and he was maybe just a wee bit slow.
I think he's another one. If he gets that big moment and he gets a big goal in a big game, I think it could push his season on. I think that's what he's missing at the moment, is a real bit of quality and a real good finish. He's getting in great spaces. I say this first half was excellent with McCowan. I really enjoyed watching the 2 of them. McCowan went out wide as well, but he again looked out on his feet at the end. So when Maeda's tired, then we know you need a rest. So I think we'll go easy, but Engels just sneaks it for me, I think, man of the match.
Yeah, there you go. That's it for full-time reaction here. We're going to thaw out, like the video. Comment your own thoughts in the game below, and we'll see you for the build-up to that game against Ross County on Saturday.